natural architecture which works on common sense. It follows a Japanese philosopher's philosophy that the reality of architecture is the space within. Now to understand this philosophy, just consider one pot. Expand its mouth, it becomes utensil. Still expand more, it becomes bowl. Again more, it will become a plate. Now, the purpose of the pot is different from the purpose of the vessel. Same is with the bowl. Bowl is different from plate. This suggests that the different purpose gives rise to different form. Similarly, our house should also look different as different people stays in it with different purpose. If the purpose of the pot of holding water is defeated, however decorative we make pot, it is useless. If the purpose of making house a proper human living within is defeated, however decorative we make house, it is useless. So, the reality of architecture is not in the external form, not on the wall, roof or flooring. It is the space within enclosed by that form to live in. So, organic architecture gives different expression, different language, different grammar at different places. It does not rely on any preconceived form. It does not rely on any historical pattern. It doesn't borrow any historical style. It doesn't go for a trendy fashion. It derives its inspiration from the local topography, local material and climate. It is natural architecture, it is indigenous, it is enduring and timeless. You will see a lot of options trying to break the box. Now it looks like it actually grows from the side, like a human, actually growing from the side and merging into nature. It is that natural. So house should never be built on hill. It should be part of hill and both should be happy for each other. Topography plays a very important role. Even the internal spaces, like you have to be very simple and try to remove all what is unwanted, remove all internal walls, everything which is simple. Simplicity and repose is the measure of art. Now, light plays a very important role. As sun passes from east to west, it creates a dynamism within if you fetch the light within. A sense of tranquility is required. Now the form, whatever form you design, it has to be understanding the nature of material. You should know the potential of the brick. And that all thing, once you know the material, like you should use the wood, you should never paint the wood. You should use the wood as it is. It should be seen, the grain should be seen, the pattern should be seen. The same verities goes for all the material. Just we will have a look on. Ancient method helps to cut down cost. This is just a slide to understand how, if you know the potential of material, you can use it at a better. Now, if you place a water body at a very strategic location, the air passes from it, keeps the microclimate of the house cooler. Now, art form of man is within man. When man is strong, art form is strong. When man declines, the art form declines. Now, this is an addition to organic architecture which I made. Now, according to the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung, we can broadly divide personality into two categories, extrovert person and introvert person. Every human, every man has both the quality. But in extrovert person, the extroversion is more than introversion. And in introvert person, the introversion is more than extroversion. Now what is extrovert person personality? They put all their energy, all their mental interest toward the outer world. Their all energies is in event, people and thing. Introvert people pull all their mental energy and interest in the inner world of ideas, meaning and understanding. Now extrovert people, they get energized in crowd. Introvert people, they get drained in crowd. This is the basic difference between the personality. Extrovert people are the man of action. They are the practical achiever. Introvert people are the man of ideas and an abstract invention. So, You have to build a house to suit that personality. Now, why we are studying personality in architecture? My belief is that house has capacity to mold your personality, mold man's personality. For example, if you have a small door with a little lower height, a man will bang his head up once, twice, or thrice, or 10 times maybe. But after that, he will bend and go. So his ego, his personality gets molded to correspond to the spirit of the room. So house has capability to subdue or mold your ego or enhance your ego. Now, if you enhance your extrovert character, if the house nature and your nature is going hand in hand, so the resonance of thought is there, and so you enhance that personality. Now, suppose some client, if it comes to me, and if I see that he is an extrovert person, and his profession needs extrovert personality, then we can give a house to a client with an extrovert character that will enhance his extrovertness. Similarly, we can give the introvert character to introvert person. Suppose some scientist or an author or a writer, he is not worried about outside, he is worried about the inner world. You can give a house of introvert character. You can you can have a resonance of thought. So house can play important role to enhance the personality. So you can see this is an extrovert house. Now extrovert space is very similar to extrovert character of a person. It is like a horizontal centripetal force moving from the center to the periphery, where there is light, where there is view, and merging into the surrounding nature, that is the outer world. The client is always engaged in the surrounding activity. So it enhances extrovertness. So this type of housing is extrovert, shows the extrovert character. Even this is one of the extrovert character. It merges into the surrounding. Now, introvert house is little different. It has a centripetal force. The whole energy, the whole orientation is toward the center, the inner world. The inner world is created by having the ample light at the center mostly, or having a skylight. It has its own inner world. It shows its back on its surrounding, like an introvert person. So he's only worried about the inner world. So such character of house will enhance the introvert personality of a client. Now, why we should do that? Suppose if a client comes to me and if I observe that there is an extreme extrovertness. So according to again Carl Jung, he says in case of extreme extrovertness, what happened? He has given his life into fun and enjoyment. He is into one event, into another event. He dances, he plays many games, but there is no peace of mind within. He is an excited being, he is always engaged, but there is no peace within. At the cost of loss of tranquility, equilibrium and balance, he is just into game, he is just into event. Now how to balance that? Now subconsciously, that dominate his unconscious mental life, and the two different tendency of personality has a conflict, and that leads to delirium. So extreme extrovert character, if it is not controlled, they lead to a mental disease like delirium. So if you, such person, not the stage of delirium, before that if you make a house which you give an introvert house to an extrovert to balance his personality, initially he will not like it. It will be very much odd to him, but eventually he will get attuned to the house and it will balance his personality. Same is in case of introvertness. Now, introvert character, they are like an island. They are like a dry bone. If they are cut off from the entire world, they are peace, calm, but they don't have happiness within. And such thing, you will see more extreme introvert personalities doing suicide. So it is again a conflict between two tendencies, and that leads to neurosis. Extreme introvert personality leads to neurosis. So that can also be done, controlled through architecture. This is what I am trying. So now this house is having the balance between introvert and extrovert. You don't have to give only two. You have to see the situation. You have to see the purpose, and accordingly you can balance the character of the house. Now this house is extrovert by nature, but it is balanced by introvert landscape. The whole focus is introvert. The house is introvert around the landscape. Now the architecture is not just the space within, that is the within the pot, it is also outside, that outside the pot, and also the space defining the material, that is the material of the pot. This is absolute organic architecture. So this is it about what I am trying to do in architecture. That's it.